welcome, ladies and gentlemen, at home to this game between Switzerland and Bulgaria, the last game of the 2017 Euro Qualifier campaign. Both teams struggling so far. Bulgaria is at 1 win and 4 losses, while Switzerland is at 0 wins actually and 5 losses. The only win for Bulgaria came against Switzerland at their home. A plus 19 win, a clear win at that, but against a Swiss team that started to show signs of life against Russia this week even. They only lost by 9 points. They had a slow start to the game, so did Russia, but then Russia sort of got rolling while Switzerland tried to keep up, and then in the end turned it around a bit, at least so far, as to only lose by single digits. It was a 65 to 56 loss over in Russia. That makes Switzerland pretty confident today to really be able to beat Bulgaria. Nobody has been too vocal about it, of course not after losing by 19 points, but after seeing what they played in, how they played in Russia, it could be that today is the day that Switzerland finally gets it done. We'll see to that. Bulgaria has still a very experienced team, a big team at that, and will do everything to get that second win. Maybe we'll look a bit at the bigger picture here, since tonight is the night where 8 new qualifiers will be known. We have like 6 deciding games streamed on Eurobasket.com. But right now, I'll be quiet for the presentation of the players that awaits us, as well as the national anthems, the respective teams. We'll see when that happens. After that, I'll tell you who's already qualified for the Euro 2017 tournament. Final round. All right. For Bulgaria, number 4, Violina Kocheva. Number 5, Kristina Ivanova. Number 6, Zornista Kostova. Number 10, Milena Tomova. Number 11, Diana Vojnova. Number 13, Radostina Dimitrova. Number 14, Radostina Stevanova Dimitrova. Number 19, Dimana Georgieva. Number 22, Gabriela Kostova. Number 23, Daniela Peteva. Number 25, Svetomira Sharapenkova. Number 33, Victoria Stoicheva, and the coach, Georgi Boshkov. As we turn our attention to the Swiss team, entering with number 1, Jalinka Michaud, number 4, Nadia Constantin, number 6, Tiffany Zali, number 8, Sarah Kershaw, number 9, Marielle Giroux, number 10, Alexia Roll, number 11, Caroline Turin, number 15, Gabrielle McDowell, number 20, Méline Frankina, number 21, Marina Lucht, number 23, Nancy Fora, and number 24, Evita Herminiard. Coaches are Damien Lerol and Domenico Marcario. And now we'll have ourselves a moment of silence, because the 2 national anthems will be played right away. And then we'll be back with the bigger picture and what's up for today. here we go with the Swiss national anthem and the Bulgarian national anthem before that, as we have about 3 minutes till a tip-off. So both teams getting ready as we'll take a look at the bigger picture. 33 qualification teams were registered at the past year. They were formed into 9 groups, 3 groups of 3 and 6 groups of 4. 16 of those 33 teams will qualify for the final tournament, and we already know 8 of them. First of all, the Czech Republic as the host of the Eurobasket 2017 final round. Then Slovenia winning Group A, France winning Group B, Italy winning Group C, Ukraine winning Group D, Turkey winning Group H, and Spain winning Group I. And as we have as an added qualified team, we also have Russia, who just beat Greece in the final game of Group F over there, meaning Russia will go ahead in Group F. Group F is the group that the 2 teams on the floor are in as well. And if we look at the standings as they present themselves right now, we have Russia ahead and gone with 6-0 as a record. Then Greece dropping to 4-2. Bulgaria is at 1-4, and Switzerland is at 0-5. Now we have a bit of a special twist to those qualifying rounds, since not all groups are groups of 4 and a fixed number. So 6 second-placed teams will advance as well. To find the results against the results that the teams in the 4-team groups managed to get will be disregarded if they played them against the 4th place team. So if, as an example, if Switzerland stays in last place in Group F, all the games that were played against Switzerland will be disregarded to make you the 3-group team, and to be able to compare it on a like-to-like basis with the 3-team groups. So that makes it a bit complicated, and it makes it hard to really see who's going to qualify if you're not the group winner. So we won't go into much further detail there. We'll have a moment for our referees. 3, as usual, starting with Michele Rossi from Italy, then Shane Bassett out of Gibraltar, and then Pascal Wevers out of Luxembourg. Those are the 3 officials tonight, as we await a battle here between the 2 teams. As I've said before, nobody in here has anything to lose. Greece will most likely qualify for the final round. We'll have to see with a 2-2 record if we disregard the games against the last team in the group. No matter who that will be, Greece beat them twice, so they are at 2-2 either way. And that means we are in a battle for the honor here, not for any points that will matter. Just to be honest with you up front, but tonight is the night where you end the campaign, where you maybe set the tone for future teams that will come and try to compete on an international level. If you get a good win today, as Switzerland maybe, you can say you progressed throughout the campaign and then were able to beat Bulgaria after losing to them in the first game by 19 points, which would be a big improvement. Or on the side of Bulgaria, you could say, all right, we know exactly where we stand. We are behind Russia and behind Greece in development, but ahead of Switzerland. So the 2 teams, the 2 nations, will face off today to compare their respective statuses concerning the international development. All right. As a reminder, the first game was played in Bulstrad Arena in Ruse, if I pronounced that right, on February 20th of 2016. So half a year ago. And it ended with a 74-55 win for Bulgaria, in which Sonista Kostova had 13 points and 8 rebounds, and Daniela Peteva had 19 points to add to that, while Switzerland was heavily relying on the 2 main women playing in their team, meaning Alexia Roll with 15 points and 9 rebounds, and Marielle Giroux with 10 points and 9 rebounds. As we are close to tip-off, here we go. Tip-off goes to Peteva and Bulgaria. Early set up against Alexia Roll on defense. Kershaw coming out to help. Over to the right wing. Down low, post up against Kershaw. Undersized there, but good hands, but then forgot to box out. Consequence is an offensive rebound. Another shot for Bulgaria, and then a tie between Nancy Fora and Zonista Kostova. The arrow points in the direction of Switzerland. So they'll have the ball with Nancy Fora, who started against Russia as well. Turin over to Roll. Trying to drive out to Kershaw. Mid-range, fake. No good, rebound. Bulgaria back the other way. With Kostova. Clear lane there for the layup. No good. Didn't get the turn at the end. Ball rebounded / stolen by Alexia Roll. On the move underneath. Left hand try. No. Chose the wrong hand there. Might have had a chance with a lefty layup there. Chose to go to the right hand, which she's more used to. Resulted in an air ball, but the ball stays in Swiss possession. Still inbounds it. Fora handling it now. Turan gets open, good shooter from the corner, no good, rebound, Bulgaria. Tomava at that rebound. And in an inside-out play, Peteva for 3. Nets it, drains it without any touch of the rim. First 3 points for her. Oh, it's a 2-pointer, she had the foot on the line there. Correction. All right, Turin. Almost open for another 3. Step back jumper from mid-range, not necessarily her shot. Rebound, offensive rebound. We'll award that to the hustle of Marielle Giroux on the offensive board. That's how you get 9 rebounds a game. And they'll get another chance with the new 14-second shot clock. Roll mid-range. Banks it in for the first Swiss points, which will be really important. Switzerland prone to having slow starts and then catching up, but starting the comeback too late and then eventually losing. If they stay within reach throughout the first minutes, they'll have a chance. If not, it will be very, very difficult as Tomava adds another 2 points to the Bulgarian score. Alexia Roll. Fora trying to get open. Fake. Giroux underneath. Passes it out to Fora. He's not scared of anything, but misses that shot. Kostova over to Peteva. And then mishandled dribble there. Too quick with the movement. Forgot the ball. And that is a turnover for Georgieva. Back the other way with Switzerland. Oh, getting the crossover and the lay-in after a good, after an optimistic reach there from the Bulgarian defense. Capitalized off it. Got the step and converted. Georgieva underneath, taking her time and laying that one in reverse style. With a foul on top. Slow motion Euro step there. But it's a continuation foul, so the 2 points will be awarded, as well as the bonus free throw. Which she hits as well. So it's 7-4. Solid start for Bulgaria, and Switzerland is within reach. Turan, over to Kershaw. Much better ball movement than we've seen in other games. Fora, no good. Rebound, Kershaw. Good hustle over there as well. So the both ladies from Helios Basket working the offensive glass. Kershaw, foot on the line, hits, no good. Plenty of rim there, but no points. Good ball movement as well, but the block by Alexia Roll. Then the next great pass. And the easy layup blown by Caroline Turin. Those are the points that will hurt in a close game. Tomova again. And a foul, pushing foul by Marielle Giroux. Tomova not necessarily quicker than Giroux, but she got the first step. At that point, Marielle Giroux could only resort to a foul if she wanted to prevent her from shooting that ball. Tomova against Giroux. Might be a matchup we'll see a lot tonight. Sure, nobody will want to lose this game. Tomova, good fakes again. Lucky there, she didn't get the foul. Giroux was close to one. Fora in and out, fouled by Kostova. Hello to 35 viewers watching right now. If you have any questions regarding the Swiss or the Bulgarian team, I'll try to answer each and every one. You can write in Swiss, German, French, or English, and I'll try to incorporate them, the answers, into the stream if I get the chance to look at them. Second offensive rebound by Kershaw. Taking her time for the three-pointer. Almost a wedgie. Ball goes out of bounds, and again it's Giroux over there underneath the basket. So 2 offensive rebounds for Giroux and 2 for Kershaw. That's the way they'll have to go if they want to keep getting second chances. Good hustle from both. Giroux. Drive baseline would have been open. Didn't see it. Didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. But Alexia Roll does with another finger roll. So -1. Or +1 for Bulgaria. Georgieva. Over to Dimitrova. And Tomova makes the next 2 points. Hits the next 2 points for Bulgaria. So Bulgaria quick to answer here. Giroux out to Turin. Not much daylight there, but now Giroux gets open, gets underneath and hits it. Well played by Switzerland there. Good post up by Marielle Giroux. So the usual suspects active very early on here. Roll, Kershaw and Giroux, who were part of several championship teams in Switzerland together. Now Alexia Roll has switched or changed clubs and is now playing for Fribourg in this very gym here in Saint-Léonard. Which makes for a couple of good duels between Fribourg and Eurobasket. As Peteva has the Midas touch here, turning everything to gold for Bulgaria. 2 quick threes from her. Turin. Almost stolen by, good pass by Fora, creating an open mid-range shot for Caroline Turin. Well played by Nancy Fora. And a quick counter-attack. Nobody back. Couple players were back, but they didn't know who they belonged to. So the trailer gets an easy layup, the first trailer, which should normally be stopped every time. Miscommunication there on defense. Kershaw, quick 3, quick trigger, no good. Rebound again, Marielle Giroux, 3rd offensive rebound for her. Turin, step back 3, James Harden in the building. Caroline Turin for 3. So much more confident showing here from Switzerland. They want to win this game, you see that, and that's why it's good that you're with us. Steal Turin between 2 players. The bounce pass, Fora keeping the dribble alive and then handing it off to Roll. A quick 5-0 or 7-0 run for Switzerland, who has now arrived in this game. All right, so Switzerland off to a good start here. Bulgaria as well, but most of the times those Bulgarian points were simply allowed by by miscommunications on defense or by a quick step from one individual player. Whereas Switzerland got most of their points or most of their confidence from battling for second chance points. 5 offensive rebounds in the first 7 minutes for Switzerland, which is quite an achievement here, and has also permitted them to be in the lead right now. A 1-point lead, that is. 7 minutes are played. As we look at the scoreboard, Tomova has 4 points, the 2 layups we saw. Then we have Dimitrova, I believe. Let's check. No, Vojnova that was, with 2 points. Georgieva with 3, and Peteva with 5 points. So one of the 3-pointers I called was actually a 2-pointer because he had a foot on the line. Doesn't matter. Pure shooting performance from her so far. But on the other side, Roll is off to a quick start with 8 points. Turin has 5 with that 3 we saw right before the timeout. And Maria Giro has 2 points and 3 offensive boards. If Switzerland keeps this up, they have a great chance of winning this game. But they'll have to prevent the easy layups, the trailers that come with a fast break. All those little things that need to be taken care of if you want to win against the favorite team. Again, that quick step to the left side by Tomova. And another one. She'll do that all game. Let's see if Marielle Giroux can prevent her to go to her left side. Kershaw with the curl. And then the tie-up again. It's a good reaction there. Ball will not be in Swiss possession. But she saw that the rebounder thought about the pass for a second, went and grabbed the ball as well to provoke a jump ball, which means that the next jump ball will be in favor of Switzerland as McDowell checks in for Fora. Pressure D by Switzerland, half-heartedly played. Just trying to slow down that first dribble. And then get right into formation for the man-man or woman-to-woman defense. Peteva. Well played by Bulgaria, no good on the layup there. It's a good pick and roll between the two bigs. Turin handling the rock. As Roll is looking inside for Kershaw, back out to McDowell, over to Caroline Turin. So the ball movement is impressive for me after seeing the 2 previous home games here in February. Much improved in that aspect. Keeping the defense shaky. Kershaw. And another 3-pointer, no good, but another off. Almost. There was a whistle, not heard by the players because the shot clock buzzer went off. Almost the 4th offensive rebound for Marielle Giroux. So we go back the other way with Bulgaria. And Dimitrova. Tomova. Ivanova, the floater, no good. Rebound, McDowell lost it. Dimitrova from outside, in and out. Rebound, offensive rebound, another offensive rebound. Those are the points that hurt, especially if they end on an easy floating layup there with plenty of space. Ivanova with the next 2 points for Bulgaria. So it's the little mistakes right now that keep Switzerland from getting a lead even. And now we have a big mistake a big misunderstanding by the Bulgarian defense, which results in 2 quick points for Switzerland. So both teams capitalizing off each other's mistakes, which would make for a fun game. An offensive foul against Tomova. There we go. Giroux with a good reaction. Registered that Tomova usually goes to her left side. blocked that that initial dribble. Quickly positioned herself on her right side to take the charge on the spin move, on the attempted spin move. So 2 big plays in one there on defense by Marielle Giroux. Thurin. Roll. 8 points for her so far. Top scorer for Switzerland. Marina Lucht checked in. Again, Kershaw open underneath. Thurin. Bit of overpassing there. Then stepped on the line because of that. Not easy to catch without a jump, and if she jumped, she would have jumped out of bounds as well. Pass not precise enough to keep the ball alive. All right, it's 17-16 for Switzerland. As I'm very convinced this could go down to the wire here. Slight push off there from Bulgaria. Stoicheva, that was. As Kostova brings it up. Looking for Tomova. Mitrova finds her against Lucht. Quick passing, great play by Bulgaria. No, not rewarded with a point, with a score there, and an unsportsmanlike foul by Stoicheva. So getting very physical in her first minute. Quick push off on offense, and then the intentional foul that results in an unsportsmanlike foul if she didn't go for the ball, which she didn't. A rule change. I don't know if she knows it. That is one thing that has started occurring throughout the Swiss League as well. A lot of players don't know that this will result in an automatic 2-shot foul with a possession for the opponent. Then start to wonder once it happens. Now she knows. And Roll got another point out of it. And Switzerland has possession. Kershaw from deep, no good. Had to take it because of the buzzer of the first quarter. As we close it on an 18-16 lead for Switzerland. Very confident showing from them, very active early on. A lot of ball movement, a lot of confident drives as well. They're all at 9 points right now. Thurin at 5, and Giroux and Kershaw each have scored 2. While Bulgaria is with has 5 points for Peteva, then 3 for Georgieva. Tomova with 4, Jovanova with 2, and let's see, Dimitrova with 2, I believe. Yes. All right. So, as we have a quick minute here to recap again what happens or what is happening, or what happened or what is happening today. We have 8 finalists we are still looking for. I just saw that Ukraine beat Serbia for the second time in Group D, which means Serbia will most likely drop to a 2-2 record. Ukraine beat them in the first game by 3 points, now beat them by 6 points. Hungary beat the Slovak Republic, which might put them in first place in Group B. I'm not sure. I believe so, which would mean Hungary is qualified as well. But I'd advise you to go to FIBA.com as well on your second screen to check if I'm right or not. Anyway, we have a few deciders going on as well. Here, Belgium can surpass Belarus in Group G. Game currently underway. We have Latvia battling against Slovenia. Slovenia, who just secured their first ever qualification for the final round. So congratulations to the Slovenian women's team as we head into the second quarter quicker than I thought. Roll. Lucht up top. Caroline Thurin over to Kershaw. Somewhat of an ankle breaker there. McDowell trying to find an option. Finds the hand of Ivanova. A hand that says no. And Switzerland gets another inbound opportunity. Kershaw is open again, left open, I must say. And another 2 points for her. So the veteran player from Eurobasket using all her tricks here to get open time and time again. And to hurt the Bulgarian defense with quick scores that weren't intended. Aggressive defense, aggressive doubling there by Roll. Ivanova couldn't get free without a foul, so that's her first foul. Switzerland leading by 4. Two-round defense. Ivanova up top. Kostova flirting with a three-pointer, opting for the pass to the right wing. Dimitrova, slow motion floater, I wanted to say, but I believe that those were 3 steps. Refs say the same thing, so it's ball Switzerland. 9 minutes left in the second quarter, as Switzerland is in the driver's seat so far. With quick bursts from Bulgaria. Thurin, the finger roll, no good. Looked, didn't get the rebound, and then a quick the other way. So it's a little bit of back and forth here. With no scores so far in the second quarter. Except for Kershaw, who just lost the ball there underneath. And Kostova brings it up again. Dribble, well defended there again. Tomova with her usual left-handed hook layup, but from too far away. Good steps by Roll. Another 2 points. The top scorer, Switzerland, showing you why. Already at her average 11 points per game, and we have only played 11 minutes. Ivanova. Ivanova again on the left side. Well defended by 2 players at the same time. Caroline Thurin couldn't hold on to it. While Kershaw forced that pass, that bad pass, back out. Thurin had her hands up, but didn't calculate that in. Didn't think she was ever getting the ball. Once she touched it, it was too late to control. Tomova. Underneath to Dimitrova, hook shot with the right hand, had to take it, and gets another rebound and puts it in. So rebounding, the key theme here. Second chance points, en masse for both teams. And if not second chance points, at least second chances. As we see Giroud again dribbling to the far right instead of to the rim. If she did, she would have gotten an easy layup there. Couldn't turn the corner, but now was fighting again on the offensive board. And got fouled because of that. Which means another possession for Switzerland, and which means sort of an indirect next offensive rebound. So Bulgaria can control the offensive glass of Switzerland right now. Kershaw with 2, Giroud with 4, and we have only played a few minutes. Oh, the rebound goes to Georgieva. Back the other way with Kostova. Ivanova. Kostova step back, trying to get Georgieva open, but Peteva is, and another clean shot from the lady with the Midas touch. Yela Peteva. Keeping things interesting here. Bad pass by Kershaw. Well intended, but the execution wasn't there. Giroud sealed her defender off and was open on the inside. The lob pass was too high for her to reach, and too quick at that. But again, good intentions there, and it would have worked if the precision is there, which it was most of the time today. Kostova for 3, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So we've seen the 2 premier shooters already, Kostova and Peteva, both lethal from the outside. And more so than from the inside, as Roll gets another step and another 2 points for Switzerland. 13 points in the first 14 minutes for Alexia Roll with the shiny shoes. Georgieva looking, spinning and losing the ball. We have a tie game at 24 apiece. Six minutes to go in the second quarter. Fora back in on the point. Sending McDowell to the corner. Trying to get some action there from her. Too slow on the cut underneath. And then another foul against Giroud. She draws it against Stevanova Dimitrova. As Roll gets a first breather and a standing ovation from her team. Deservedly so, 13 points. The motor of the Swiss team, together with Giroud and Kershaw. As Evita Herminiar gets her first minutes. Oh, I made a mistake. Michaud that was, not McDowell. Correction from now on. Number one, of course, is Jalinka Michaud and not Gabrielle McDowell. I hope she pardons me on that, but we'll see. All right, Georgieva bring the ball up as the biggest lady on the floor. Hands it back to Kostova. Quick trigger again for three. Again. Peteva. So the counterpart of Alexia Roll scoring-wise with 11 points right now. Lead back in Bulgaria's hands. Quick crossover, but then a self ankle breaker by Fora. Gets open with the pivot foot. Mid-range by Giroud, no good. Rebound, offensive rebound again for Fora battling, and it was too late for that. Too bad, she couldn't control it. Another good fight underneath. We are at about 7 offensive rebounds for the Swiss team here. But since the shot from Giroud didn't hit the rim, the officials didn't have to reset the shot clock. And once she got control of the ball, it already had expired, which resulted in a turnover. And another timeout by Swiss coach Leroll. As we look at the foul count that might play into it in the end, we only have Giroud with 2 fouls right now, 2 personal fouls, and Tomova with 2 fouls. So the 2 centerpieces, or the 2 centers of the respective teams in, let's say early foul trouble, because Giroud is very vital to the Swiss team's success, especially on the rebounding end and on the passing end as well. She can do a bit of everything, and normally can activate the things that are needed once it's time for her to shine. Let's see if she can do that as well tonight. A third foul would send her to the bench more or less automatically. Playing with 2 now. Will have to contain herself. Kostova for Bulgaria. Fended by Herminiard. Mismatch there, but a quick help by Kershaw. That resulted in a turnover. And another foul by Bulgaria. The third team foul, that is. Not over the limit yet. No reason to worry for Bulgarian coach Boshkov. They stopped the fast break without getting Switzerland to the line. Almost lost that inbound pass there, Michaud and Fora. Kershaw, Giroud battling underneath. Herminiard on the right wing. Fora flirting with the 3. Fakes out her defender. No good on the 2-pointer. Offensive rebound. Who else but Marielle Giroud? 5th offensive rebound, ladies and gentlemen. I will write that down now, so I don't forget it. 5 offensive rebounds, if we count those balls that rolled out of bounds or were just touched by her or through her hustle awarded to Switzerland. You have 5 offensive rebounds. That will most likely not show in the stats like that, but are in fact offensive. Second chances provoked through her. All right, Giroud Fora. As Misho tries to get open. Not as quick as their Bulgarian defender. Mignard is directing traffic, skip pass, Fora, quick three, no good. So the Swiss game slowed down a bit the last few minutes, while Bulgaria put the pedal to the metal. Tomova with the ballet circus pass there, and 2 quick points. And an injury maybe. Fora holding on to her stomach. I don't know if it's called the same in English, but in German or in Latin we say solar plexus, which is the bone right in the middle of your chest. A little beneath that, if you get hit there, you don't get any. You can't breathe anymore for a quick second. It hurts like hell. Either that, or she got an elbow in the ribs. Both will hurt. The first option will hurt for a few minutes. The second for a few days. But let's hope she's fine and she can return here after a good showing in Russia and a good fight tonight. Hermignon. Kershaw. So Bulgaria stepping up the defense for 20 seconds, and then with a quick slip, Giroud managed to get to the hole again and got fouled again. 2 free throws for her. So Giroud, Kershaw and Roll, the most active players on the Swiss side, as Giroud misses the first shot, while Tomova, Kostova and Peteva were the 3 ladies for Bulgaria. Second free throw is good. -4 from the Swiss perspective, as Peteva approaches the 3-point line, which means she becomes a threat. Dimitrova. Good fake by Tomova, and travel. Travel provoked by the good defense of Kershaw. So Tomova very, very dangerous on that first quick spin step to the left side, but after that she couldn't manage to really be dangerous for the Swiss defense. Most of the times resulting in turnovers or bad missed shots. Turin all the way. No drop off to Giroud. No good. Rebound. Ermignard. Coach Boshkov on fire. The bad sense of the word. Ermignard to Turin. 1 second. Buzzer beating shot. No good. Waved off by the official. Rossi. So Bulgaria stepping up their defense. We haven't seen a lot of good shots here, but the key is to defend for 24 seconds at that level to really make it a solid defense. That wasn't the case so far. Tomova again, that left step, going back to that move all game long. Let's see how often that will work. As Shalinka Michaud subs out for Alexia Roll. So the leading scorer of the game with 13 points is back for Switzerland. Peteva. Dimitrova. Splits the defense there. Peteva. Good defense by Turin, preventing the 3-point shot there. She knew what was coming. Ooh, bad pass. No time for showmanship here. No-look passes in an international game while you're trailing, or you'll hit your teammates in the head, as we saw there. Quick step by Dimitrova, no good. No box out. Missed by Tomova. Easy points missed there, as Roll brings it up. So it becomes a theme of discipline here, as we see a double ankle breaker or some sort of it. Herminiard hesitating, not daring to shoot that layup there. Ball out of bounds, 10 seconds left on the shot clock, and ball goes to Switzerland. As we approach halftime, I'll give you a quick breakdown before we go into halftime, and then we'll see what the keys are to win the games. This game, I mean. As we see an inbound play by Switzerland. Kershaw almost getting through there. Pass too high for roll, but good enough for a drive. Good offensive rebound again. 6th offensive rebound. If you apply my standards for an offensive rebound. 6th second possession through Marielle Giroud. It's the first of 2. Giroud with another 2 points, another second chance converted for Switzerland, thanks to her. All right, Kostova looking for an option. Somebody was forgotten underneath by the Swiss defense. The second time that happened. Dimitrova taking advantage. Turin, Giroud. Roll, stays active. Doesn't get the step, but a good spin move out to Kershaw, flirting with the 3-pointer. Gets the step again and converts for 2 with that easy layup there. So the driving defense of Bulgaria is not the best I've seen during this campaign, which is very good for Roll, Giroud and Kershaw, or the drivers. Good defense by Turin there. Second take. Oh, that drops out to Giroud. Turin. Now I'm not sure if that was an elbow on purpose or a flop or something. But she got hit in the face there. Tomova with a apologizing there. So it wasn't on purpose, but it was a hit. Good decision by the referees to stop the game there, to prevent injuries. Turin, quick trigger, no good. One step inside of the 3-point line, but shooting a 3-point shot results in a air ball. Not a foul on the other side. Switzerland not over the limit. No need to worry there. But has to defend now for another 15 seconds. So, during the break, we'll take a look at our stats of the game. We'll take a look at the rest of the campaign and who will qualify in the end for the tournament, for the final round of the Eurobasket 2017 tournament. Again, Switzerland and Bulgaria are not competing for a spot there anymore, but are battling here to get that last win of the campaign. It's very, very important to close out the campaign in style, and a win by Switzerland would mean just that. As we remember, Switzerland managed to do just that against Iceland after losing to Cyprus and Belgium here at home. Their last home game, they beat Iceland in convincing fashion, and had a very similar showing to what Switzerland is showing here in terms of passion, in terms of hustle. And those are the keys in these games. It's not necessarily about who plays the basketball that is easier to watch or something. It is about the team that hustles more, that gets more loose balls, that grabs all those 50-50 balls off the floor or off the rim. And yeah, we have two teams that are even in those regards. We'll see who comes out on top at the end. Petiva. Ooh, got the crossover there. Lucky. Quick contact. While Franquina was out of control on defense, but not a foul-worthy contact, but enough to throw the Bulgarian attacker off balance and commit a double dribble. That means 5.8 seconds left in his first half for Switzerland to get another score maybe and to tie things up here. They are -2 right now. High scorers still Alexia Roll on the Swiss side with 13 points and Daniela Peteva with 11 points on the Bulgarian side. As we go to the rebounds, let's see who's leading here. Tomova has 4 and Kershaw has 4. Assists, we have Dimitrova with 6 assists already. In comparison to maybe the Swiss outing in Russia, the whole team had 9 assists over there while playing a good game. So you have a bit of a comparison maybe to what 6 assists in the first half compared to. As both teams get back on the court, Lerol and Domenico Marcario will surely have drawn up a play that should enable one of the players to get a last shot, an open last shot. Let's see who that will be. Turan gets it, trapped. That won't work. Complaining, there was no foul anywhere. She just didn't see that she got trapped right at the spot where that normally happens. 1.7 seconds left, and Switzerland has to defend. After a bad execution on the inbound play. Assistant coach up on the bench there on the left side. Let's see if they get another one. At least without a foul. Ooh, bang shot off target. So we close the first half on a 29-31 score. And we are happy to see that both teams really want this win. We saw both coaches and both assistant coaches getting vocal early on. Nobody will travel to Switzerland just to lose or participate in such a campaign and lose. I would never question that. But I'm still reassured to see that both teams want to win this game badly. And that should make for a good second half. As we take a look at the box score after those first 20 minutes. The only woman to play through both quarters is Sarah Kershaw with 20 minutes on her counter. Scoring 3 on 9 field goals, 3 of 7 from 2-point range and 0 of 2 from 3-point range. Top scorer Alexia Roll has 13 points on 6 of 8 shooting. Caroline Turin, 5 points on 2 of 8 shooting. One recurring theme maybe that is showing in the box score right now is the 3-point shooting. It has been a struggle for the Swiss team throughout the campaign. No really consistent 3-point shooter on the team. I don't know if I can say that right now, but judging from the data we have, that is the case, and it shows in the 3-point shooting of the Swiss team in this first half. They are at 1 of 8, so 12.5% from deep. Not many shots taken. If we compare it to last game against Russia, they ended up with, let's see, 5 out of 23, which were 21%. So that the 3-point shooting, which is normally in the 30% range, if you're a good or a mediocre or a medium level team, shooting wise, is very low. So that makes Switzerland somewhat one-dimensional on offense. But that doesn't have to be a bad thing, since Roll manages to get through every defense we've seen in this Group F, meaning Greece, Russia, and Bulgaria, respectively. but there is no one to kick it out to, except maybe for Turin, who normally has the confidence to hit those three-pointers. We saw that one time today. She might be the biggest threat from the three-point line for Switzerland. But apart from that, we have a lot of young players who might not yet be there. Michaud is a candidate for a solid three-pointer. Has taken one and missed one today in 9 minutes of action. Problem there was that she didn't get open in the course of the attacks by the Swiss team. Not getting open results into not getting the shot she normally feels comfortable with. But on the inside, Switzerland pretty much dominated, if I may say that. If we take a look at the offensive rebound column, we see 8 offensive rebounds for Switzerland, plus the 2 possessions they got through hustling towards the ball, and then it dropped out of bounds somehow, and Switzerland got it, which wouldn't have happened if they didn't go for the ball in the first place. So let's say 6 to 8 second chances due to good hustle on the offensive board. That is an upside for Switzerland, which should be exploited further in the second half. On the outside, as I've said, 1 of 8. 2-point range is 37% on 11 of 29 shooting. That is not bad. Oh wait, I told you a lie. It's 12 offensive rebounds. 12 offensive rebounds for Switzerland. That makes it even more spectacular in those first 20 minutes. Is 12 offensive rebounds versus 9 defensive rebounds. So you see there, normally that's the other way around at least. But today we have the 6 offensive rebounds that were recorded for an individual player, and 6 times the possession was awarded to Switzerland because of good hustle after a rebounding situation. But the refs couldn't tell who got it, or the statistics guys couldn't tell who got it. So you award them to the team, and those 6 plus the other 6 make for 12 offensive rebounds in the first half. That is brilliant, if I might say, and that is not enough on Bulgarian side. That will kill you in such close games if that keeps on if that keeps on going like that. So 21 total rebounds for Switzerland, and average percentage from 2-point range and a below average percentage from 3-point range. As we take a look at the Bulgarian scoring, pretty evened up with Peteva, Daniela Peteva, the shooting guard, with 11 points, sticking out of all the other players. 11 points on 4 of 6 shooting, 3 for 3 from 3-point land, so 100%, and always providing that special boost with those clean shots. It's always somehow it's always a different feeling. If you get a normal 2-pointer, that's fine. If you get a 3-pointer or an and one, you always have this extra point, of course, but also this extra motivation to just go on and defend another time, and that really boosts your whole team if you get that if you get those shots to fall. And that is what Daniela Peteva did. Bulgaria also going to the hoop more than shooting from outside, resulting in 20 shots from 2-point range and 8 shots from deep. 4 of 8 shooting for Bulgaria, which is above average. If I told you that Switzerland was below average, so it's 50% 3-point shooting for Bulgaria against 12.5% for Switzerland. That might be the big difference there. As we look at the rebound totals, 12 defensive rebounds for Bulgaria and 5 offensive rebounds for Bulgaria. So not as much offensive rebounds, but maybe if I take a look at the steals, no, we should have. I thought we had more. They had more, but it was only 2 steals they got. As we look at the minutes, the usage rates, we have 17 minutes for Kostova, Tomova with 16, and Peteva with 17. So those will be the 3 players that will most likely play the most minutes again in the second half. Tomova underneath, and Kostova and Peteva on both wings. Kostova also hitting 1 or 2 3-pointers, 1 or 3 in total. And let's see if we get a shot chart here. Won't help us much. Let's take a look at the team comparison right away. All right, so we have an evened out game with a few lead changes already. We have 2-point field goal percentage of 37.9 for Switzerland versus 45% for Bulgaria, so they're up there. They're up in 3-point percentage, told you before, 50 to 12.5%. Free throws are 100% for Bulgaria and 66 for Switzerland. Offensive rebounds 12 to 5 in favor of Switzerland. Defensive rebounds 12 to 9 in favor of Bulgaria. Total rebounds +4 for Switzerland. The assists, another recurring theme with the Swiss team, are down on the Swiss side. We have 6 assists for Switzerland and we have 12 assists for Bulgaria. Why is that? Switzerland most of the time has good ball movement. Today they had good ball movement in the beginning, then they get sort of stuck and create from that. Meaning Alexia Roll most of the times gets a ball, hesitates maybe a couple of milliseconds, puts up a shot fake and then drives, which will result in a non-assisted basket, while Bulgaria was looking for the inside presence of Tomova, and if she gets it in stride and scores it right away, that's more likely to be an assist. But in general, the assisted baskets are not as high as in other teams with the Swiss team, but that doesn't have to be a bad sign, since we saw good ball movement in the first half. That only resulted in 6 assists. All right, turnovers 11 for Bulgaria. We'll try to turn that down, I'm sure, in the second half, versus 7 for Switzerland. 5 steals for Switzerland as well. And 4 fast break points to 0 for Bulgaria. The biggest lead, as we take a closer look, is 6 points for Switzerland and 5 points for Bulgaria. But right now we're within 2 points at 29 to 31 points. We look at the total score. All right, I promised you to get back to the bigger picture here. See if my page loads to show you what happened today already. We have 15 games on that game day 6 of the qualifying round, the last game day of the qualifying round. In Group F, Russia beat Greece 67 to 53, thus being the first, guaranteeing the first place without a loss in the qualifying round. 2 wins against Greece, one by 1 point, and the second one today by 14 points. We have Great Britain beating Albania. Albania staying without a win after 6 games, and will end the campaign on that note. Serbia losing the second time in Group D to Ukraine by 6 this time. Last time it was by 3. Will now hope to advance as a part of the best second-placed teams at a 2-2 record. The Slovak Republic lost against Hungary in a game where both teams were 4-1, so that will make Hungary go on to be 5-1, while Slovakia drops to 4-2. If you subtract the games from they played against the 4th place team to see who advances, I'm not sure if the Slovak Republic will make it to the end round or not. We'll see to that maybe after the game. I'll see if the stats, if the page is already updated, or if you can tell it even already, or if they still have to see how the other games turn out in the end. All right, Italy loses to Montenegro after winning Group C the last on game day 5, which means Montenegro is in the conversation for a best second place team. Turkey assures the Group H victory with a 64 to 54 victory against Romania. Israel beats Bosnia-Herzegovina. Let's see, Slovenia loses to Latvia. Slovenia was also on top of Group A. Now Latvia has a big win against Slovenia, might move up into the conversation to be part of the Euro 2017 final tournament as well. So we have a lot of second place teams where we are not sure who's gonna be part of the final tournament in the end. We'll have to see how the other games play out. Germany beats Luxembourg 94 to 54. Stays in 3rd place, while Luxembourg stays in 4th place in Group D, so both teams eliminated from the competition. Netherlands and Estonia will be the same thing. Netherlands is in 3rd place currently, no chances to become the 2nd place team in Group B. but is now leading Estonia by 15 points halfway through the game. Bulgaria and Switzerland, I told you already, or you saw that maybe. No, you saw that even. 31 to 29 right now. Also third place against fourth place. No influence on the outcome regarding the final tournament. Sweden and Finland also third and fourth place, squaring off. 0-0 still there. Belgium still leading Poland, and that is pretty important because if Belgium wins this, they might surpass Belarus to be the group leader in Group G. Belarus lost against Poland one time, which will put them behind Belgium if Belgium wins today. So Belgium on a good track to maybe become the Group G winner by the end of the night. France leading Croatia. France winning Group B already. Croatia in second place will try to win that game as well to be part of the best second place teams. And Iceland is dueling it out with Portugal. Iceland fourth place, Portugal third place right now. Both also a match that has no influence on the qualified teams by the end of tonight. All right. So you've seen the bigger picture. You've seen that a few teams are already qualified. I will repeat them to you. If you want to take notes, the Czech Republic as a host nation is already qualified. Group A winner Slovenia, Group B winner France, Group C winner Italy, Group D winner Ukraine, Group H winner Turkey, Group I winner Spain, and since about 2 hours we know that Russia is also qualified. Belgium is on the way to be qualified. Hungary will qualify. So we already know a few teams more, and we have a few games that are still underway. The most important ones in regards to the final round will be Belgium against Poland and France against Croatia. Croatia on a mission to be one of the best second place teams, and Belgium as well. So that was the bigger picture. Back to Group F, and back to the game between Bulgaria and Switzerland, where Bulgaria is currently leading Switzerland by 2 points, mostly due to good shooting from the outside, 4 of 8. That kept them in the game in critical stretches, while Switzerland got most of their points close to the hoop, namely through Alexia Roll, and offensive rebound forces Kershaw and Giroud, who got a lot of second chances for the Swiss team that turned into quick points, to easy points, and to hurtful points for Bulgaria. And we have a close game, which is more than we could, which is the most we can ask for, and we get it. Let's see. Maybe we go to an overtime also. Would be a first in this campaign. Let's see. All right, Peteva. Good hands by Kershaw. Dimitrova couldn't place that pass where she wanted. Now has to find another option. Thurin, up close defense, well defended there underneath. Good defense again. The roll doesn't go, and Giroud is there. Foul against whom? Kershaw. Maybe a bit too aggressive there on the offensive board. And the defensive board, I'm sorry. On the box out. Didn't see it. Off we go with the next possession. A lot of pivot foot action, but no clear opportunities to score. Now somebody's left open, which shouldn't happen, especially if it's Kostova or Peteva, and it was Kostova with the second of 3 3-pointers for her. 5 of 9 shooting from deep for Bulgaria. Stagnating offense for Switzerland. Where are the options? Giroud maybe. Doesn't get the turn back into the hands of Dimitrova. Bad start for Switzerland, as fortunately they have Roll on their team who gets the steal and then loses it again. And is now slow to go back, which means Tomova is open or somebody. Yes, over there Georgieva, and that means 2 quick points. It's a discipline thing in those games. Switzerland should look to not fall apart right now, especially since we only had played a minute so far in the second half. Push off again, close to an offensive foul. Thurin out to Fora, quick three is good! The answer, the first answer for Switzerland. Important shot by Fora there to keep the tempers, contain the tempers of each team. to not be too nervous starting the second half. They played a good first half. No need to blow that in during over 2 minutes. As Dimitrova buries another one. Turin. No clear plays for Switzerland. That is too quick. Not enough discipline on Swiss side to start the second half. Quick hands by Fora, no steal. Georgieva handoff to Kostova, mid-range is good as well. And she has caught fire officially. And that is basketball, ladies and gentlemen. We played 2 minutes and 15 seconds. So a Bulgarian avalanche of points and no reaction. No controlled reaction, I should say, by Switzerland. Got into a back and forth, let's see what I can get style of play, which is in complete contrast to the well set up plays in the first half. And Bulgaria is here to punish those mistakes. And rightful timeout by Switzerland, by Leroll, to calm everybody down a bit and to make sure that his plays are played and not we don't get it to a street ball one-on-one type of game here, or 5-on-5 if you would like. It has to be a collective effort if you want to overcome Bulgaria. Bulgaria just showed us how it should be done. And now it's on Switzerland to react after a good 20 minutes and a bad 2.5 minutes. Discipline has to start, has to click in now, or otherwise this will be a double-digit lead in the blink of an eye. Kershaw inbounds it to Turin. There we go, that's a setup play. And now everybody has a purpose on offense, and everybody is occupying a defender, thus opening up the lanes for Kershaw and 2 easy points. It's just as simple as that. All they have to do is play like they played in the first half, which is discipline and with set plays and with passion. But discipline is on top of the list. Tomova. Fake handoff, now hands it off to Kostova. Dimitrova, Georgieva pushed in the back by Giroud, I believe, which would be our 3rd foul. Yes, it is Giroud. 3rd foul for her. Still flirting with that foul troubled 4th foul. Georgieva. Good inside out play and a anticipated pass by Fora. Tomova tried to take Kostova for another open 3-pointer. Nancy Fora speculated for the pass. Got a hand in the passing lane. Almost got the steal, but prevented the easy hoop. Dimitrova backing down Turin. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Medal of Freedom like hook shot there. A sky hook. 2 points, 2 quick points on the other hand, on the other side. Not sure if Kershaw wanted a foul there. Pocket pass more or less blindly thrown to her. She got held back or tripped over her defender. The ball went out of bounds without anybody touching it. Turnover, Nancy Fora. Ball goes to Kostova. Peteva Tomova will go to the left side again, I believe. Yes, every time, every single time. Dimitrova for 3. So now the shooting is getting borderline brilliant for Bulgaria. And we have a first. We hear the audience for the first time to encourage the Swiss team. Might work for Caroline Turin for the 3. No good. That would have ignited the crowd here. But they get it back. Fora with the offensive rebound. Roll has on the left wing. Left wing baseline is open. She sees that. Fakes. Goes to the right side, but that was too much dribbling. Making her vulnerable to the defender. Steals Georgieva. Basic left-hand layup, no good. Didn't get the turn there. -11 for Switzerland. The quick burst by Bulgaria, who has now found their rhythm, while Switzerland let it slip for a few minutes. Again, the hustle by Giroud after an unconventional layup attempt. And now, all right, they got back in time, making this regrouped defensive effort. And a foul is called on on Kershaw. She's not okay with it. Not sure if I am. Kershaw now explaining to the refs that this was a flopping matter here. The problem is that won't help anybody. While the Boshkov occupied the other ref, so trying to influence the officials on every side will most likely work for the team, for nobody. It will be decided on the playing field. And this is where Switzerland is losing right now. While Bulgaria won't stop pouring it on. Nancy Fora, quick crossover, gets the step, back out to roll, 4-3. Why not? Rebound goes to Tomova. First attempt from beyond the arc for Alexia Roll was an open shot. Nobody will take offense to that. Peteva down to Tomova. Switzerland now playing a zone defense, which is pretty risky, considering that Dimitrova just hit her second three-pointer. We saw Kostova with one, and a long distance mid-range shot. So Switzerland resorting to a zone defense while Bulgaria is catching fire from deep. I don't know if that was a combined defensive effort, but either way, it's not the best idea to open up free shots for the opponent once they get hot from deep. So that might have been the neck breaker here. We are at -16. We are at -16 or at +16 for Bulgaria, who found themselves here in the first 5 minutes, while Switzerland had sort of an identity crisis, if I may put it like that. Totally different ball game than in the first half. Switzerland didn't look composed at all in those 5 minutes, while being perfectly composed in the first 20 minutes. And then went into overdrive somehow. Lost control of the game, lost control of their style of play, while Bulgaria just played like they usually play it, with efficient three-point shooting and good inside presence with Tomova. But we'll see. Game is not over. We have 14 minutes left here. Bad pass. Kershaw couldn't reach that. Too far onto the left. And Bulgaria has time now, of course. Will try to play slower offensive, a bit of a slower offensive rhythm. They can always end with a good shot from deep. Switzerland now switching back to man-to-man defense, doubling, and then forgetting Georgieva, who puts it in reverse style. And it's -18 for Switzerland, as we get to witness what is called the momentum in sports, which is that felt advantage on the floor was all of a sudden all goes right for one team and everything goes wrong for the other, as we saw here again, as Kershaw couldn't handle the ball. This might be the biggest challenge for the Swiss team here in front of the home crowd, trying to end the campaign on a good note. Good note would be to get back to composure, to really finish this game either with a good fourth quarter or with less than a 20-point lead. Less than 20 points disadvantage, but it doesn't look like it. Thurin. Bit of light at the end of the tunnel here for Caroline Thurin. But it's the defense that brought them into the situation. And then the offense right after, where they tried to answer instead of play their own game. But we'll see. This might be a good starting point. Open shot from the corner. No good. Rebound. 3 Bulgarian players got to the offensive rebound. Backcourt violation provoked by the defense of Caroline Thurin. I'll take a look at my delayed replay monitor here to see what happened there. I saw 3 green jerseys competing for the offensive rebound. Anyway, Tomova slipped through there, that's why. Lukt with the scoop, no good. Rebound, Michaud. Thurin, yeah, might be an open shot. Why not try it again? That was too hectic at the end. Should have been dangerous beforehand, so she could have thrown it up right away. 1 minute and 50 left in the third quarter. Overplayed. Michaud too slow there against Dimitrova. Tomova 1 step ahead all the time. Rebound goes to Bulgaria, I believe. That should be a foul on Michaud. Pulled back, I don't know who, but she pulled back somebody. Resulted in a foul. And a clear call for the refs. I'll have a look at it. Maybe I can tell you in 2 seconds. Oh, or was it? I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if it was if it was Michaud. It could have been Thurin as well. Both battling underneath the hoop. You will have the opportunity to go back and see if you like. And I'll go do that when I'm home. All right, minus 17. Switzerland is trailing by a large margin right now. This used to be a 2-point lead for Bulgaria. It's now a 17-point lead. So if we go back to the halftime break, we have an 23-8 run by Bulgaria. Fueled by the 3-point shooting they already possessed in the first half, but also by Switzerland losing their composure momentarily. That's the word. As I'm trying to find the tab that shows me the statistics of this game. I'll be right with you as both teams get back on the court. We'll be ready in time. Team comparison, as we see, Bulgaria is still shooting 53% from deep. That is why I questioned the coaching there with the zone defense on them. Looking better now. Somebody gets through still. Dimitrova, 2 seconds left. Georgieva with the buzzer. Won't count. Won't count. Waved off by the referees. Bench already celebrating for Bulgaria. Tense, couple of moments too late, and we hear the crowd again. This might be the time here to get sort of a run going. Michaud with a killer crossover, but doesn't get through underneath the hoop. Kostova against Thurin. And a foul against Lukt underneath. Her first foul. So, Bulgaria is shooting 7 of 13 from deep, 16 of 30 from 2-point range. So, 53% 2-point range and 53% 3-point range. That is usually insurmountable. As we look at the Swiss team from behind. Quick run will turn all of these. Might hit that, and she does. She does again. All right, minus 14. This might still be a ball game now. Ivanova against Misho, well defended, goes on top of the backboard and then hits the shot clock, which is connected to the out of bounds area. Thus ball goes to Switzerland. Substitutions, a bunch of substitutions for Bulgaria. Kostova comes out. Georgieva comes out as well, as we see Stoicheva come back. And Dimitrova. Turan handing the ball with a small defender on her, making life difficult there. Pick comes from Lucht. Roll outside, losing the handle. Ball goes to Bulgaria. No foul called. Questioned by everybody in here, I'm not sure. Might as well be just a bad dribble there. Definitely would have become one since Luke was underneath the basket in her way. Good hands now on defense. And the quarter buzzer sounds off once again. All right. Third quarter went by in a flash. Let's try to recap it because it went by really quickly. We are now at 40-54, which means it's a 23-11 third quarter. So plus 12 in this quarter only for Bulgaria. Again, I'll try to recap it because it was crucial to everything we saw here. Switzerland started out well in the first 20 minutes, then somehow didn't get out of the locker room after halftime, and got caught by Bulgaria, who was definitely on a mission coming out of the locker room. They turned it into several quick threes, into good passing, good underneath plays. It was very balanced on offense, and somehow made Switzerland uncomfortable with their own game. So we saw some sort of a street ball momentum where something goes right for your opponent, and then you take the ball and you try to get things right again by yourself, which is not the way you compete in on an international level. Switzerland learned that the hard way with a run that might have been. We're not over. It's not over here. Might have been too much to come back from. But they are now trailing by 14 in comparison to the 2-point deficit they had at the half. And will now have to play through this in a disciplined way. So I spoke about ending this on a good note before. A good note right now would be to keep that composure for the next 10 minutes, to start this quarter off well and to close it out well. And if you do that, you might go out here with a heads up high. Somehow, Bulgaria also managed to control Roll, who had 13 points in the first 2 quarters and 0 in the third. So Bulgaria also stepped up their defense. Switzerland made it easier from time to time, but Bulgaria also stepped it up over there. Now let's see now. Roll handling the ball. Giroud thinking about the 3-point. Handing it off to Roll. Long 2. No good. Rebound goes to Dimitrova. Misho on her heels. Kostova. Good fake there. The pass over to Tomova. Quick shot. No good. Rebound. Giroud. Back the other way. She can do it all, and she will go coast to coast here. Get the foul and score the and one. All the way. All the way. A bit quicker than her 2 defenders. Or the 2 defenders Boshkov will throw at her. Georgieva and Tomova were too slow there. She gets the layup and the foul. And good action to start the first quarter. Doesn't complete the 3-point play. As Switzerland is resorting to a zone press defense. That doesn't work. It works in slowing down things. But now they're a step too late. Rebound, Giroud. It's always a risk you take with that type of defense, but it's a good risk to take at this moment, I believe. since you want to slow down or provoke, slow down the opponent and provoke quick turnovers. Another mishandle, miscommunication between Giroud and Roll. -12. Still in this. One bucket is enough to make it a one-point game. But it should come in the next few minutes, or it will be too late. Kostova, defense is up first. Luke speculating there and gets punished right away. Not a good decision to speculate on a woman that already has scored. Let's see. 6 points this way. Especially if she can turn her left way. She can turn to her left after that. That was a travel not called by the refs. Back the other way. Peteva puts it up somehow. Got fouled by Roll. So compliments to Bulgaria in the second half. Still as efficient from deep, but much more organized somehow, and with a bit of bit more pride, if I may say that. More drive than in the first half. Took the control of the game out of the hands of Switzerland. Switzerland seemed to be the team that controlled more of the game's minutes until the start of the second half. Now we have a wet spot on the floor. That is dangerous. That is why we wait for the cleanup lady to get everything right. All right. We won't take any injuries from this contest, I hope. As Thuram brings it up again. The last 8 minutes of the Euro 27 qualifier for Switzerland. As Kershaw has it. Finds Michaud. He's checking her options. Thuram not getting through. Roll hesitating. Good defense by Bulgaria. Very well defended, but forgot the box out once again. And has to live with another offensive rebound now. So limiting those offensive rebounds should have been key at the half. Let's see where we are now. We were at 12 at the half. They are now at 14. All right, they brought that down as well. Bad shots normally don't result in offensive rebounds as well because you can't really calculate where they come down. Quick three from Kershaw, no good. Dimitrova down to Georgieva, close to a travel. Good ball movement over to Peteva for three. Great play. Great play by Bulgaria. That is just efficient, organized, controlled basketball. Bit of a clinic here from Bulgaria in the second half. Up 19 now. Thuram. Passed thrown too high by Roll, who didn't find a rhythm in the second half. Georgieva, good fake. Those are the basics right now that are killing Switzerland. And of course, it is not as easy right now because they were in contention for two quarters. It is not as easy to come back from that, from witnessing such a run and knowing that you won't win this game. I don't believe they will. If they do, I will run 20 laps around this gym, and I will be happy to do so because it would be great for Switzerland and for me being a fan of the Swiss team. But right now, it is Bulgaria that is dominating every aspect of the game here, especially on offense, really being efficient. Let's see where they are right now. They should be well over 50%. If I'm not mistaken. Let's reload the page. FIBA.com, by the way, if you're interested in any basketball that goes on in the world. Let's see. The box score says... Oh, they're still at 52%. But that's a great number. A great number. An 8 out of 15 from deep. Which is... as the president-elect of America might say, tremendous. They had great shots. They had the best shots today. But this game is not over, and Switzerland is still trying to get out of it with a good feeling. Roll. Giroud. Kershaw. Moving screen by Turin. And an eventual injury. No, not eventual. Possible injury. Holding onto her left shoulder there, but gets pulled up on the left arm, so should be okay. Quick scare for Bulgaria, who will get the ball. So moving screen by Caroline Turin, resulting in a turnover. Another possession for Bulgaria. As they lead the fourth quarter 9-2. Kostova against Rome. Let's see how tired those Swiss legs are on defense. As I told you, it's not easy to play with a deficit. It's also not easy to play over 40 minutes, of the course of 40 minutes, while your opponent is catching fire. That would have almost gone in, but the shot clock buzzer already sounded, so the ball goes to Switzerland. Another thing you see is that the starting five, almost all of the starting five, is still in for both teams. No team slowing down. No substitutions so far for the young players, which might just switch now as we see Sharenkapova, 25 years old, checking in for the second time, I believe. Turin gets an ovation from the crowd as she checks out, and Fora comes back in, starting point guard back in, with a little bit less of a firepower compared to Turin. Maybe a little bit more control. There is Alexia Roll again, her 14th and 15th point. As Kostova gets a clear lane, good pass, good skip pass. Oh, now it's in for Peteva. She had 3 or 4 opportunities from the exact same spot. Always with the same mechanic, always with the same tactical scheme in front of it, meaning the opposite wing driving to the basketball, drawing the defenders, and then passing it out to the corner. That worked every time. Let's see if they try it again. She's definitely helped from deep since the beginning. Now going to the left corner. Let's see. Good ball movement again by Bulgaria. Now stagnating a bit, but rebound Peteva. No box out by the Swiss defense. And that hurts. That hurts in those games where your opponents are generally bigger than you, first of all, and where you should be more passionate than your opponent, or hustling more on those plays. But I can understand the Swiss team somehow, that they lost a bit of their drive looking at the 44-66 scoreboard. Still, this is an international game. We expect a full 40 minutes from everybody, especially if Bulgaria is showing us how. Hello to 50 viewers here. I haven't talked to you a lot, but I'm glad you're here. I hope you are not only Swiss fans here, but also Bulgarian fans, because you see a good outing here in the second half for your team. They are up by 24 now, as the lead gets bigger and bigger. And hello to everybody. Bonsoir à tous. Hallo alle zusammen und so weiter. As we switch back to English for those last 5 minutes. And I'm glad you stayed with us for the course of the game. Missed shot by Giroud. Now forgetting. No. She got back on D. All right. It's all good. Georgieva. Very patient offense still by Bulgaria. Oftentimes running their offense for 15 to 20 seconds. Always in motion. Everybody has something to do to occupy the defense. And that is what makes this team a great basketball team. And what made it better in the third quarter and the fourth here than Switzerland. So if they win, which is most likely the case, it will be deserved. Šarenka-Pova losing the handle there to Roll. That is her territory down there. She gets another steal, almost loses it there. Picked by Giroud. Then a hesitation, another one. In and out, dribble, gets through but loses the ball. She says she got fouled. Ref thought she got stripped there, and I thought she just lost the ball out of bounds. I don't know. In any case, it's ball Switzerland for the last 4 minutes of this game. But Nancy Fora on the point. Roll. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Audience aware of it, counting it down. Has to be a quick shot by Kershaw. Takes another dribble. One dribble too much. Another turnover and another great defensive possession for Bulgaria. So that defense might be more than half of the victory here for Bulgaria. Weathering the storm in the first half, and then as we see another drive to the kick pass to the corner, Georgieva down low to a 3-second in the paint woman named Šarenka-Pova. 3-second violation, was waiting there for too long till she got the ball. And I think Kershaw is out for the first time in this game. It will be the last time, but it is the first time she got subbed out, if I'm right. Not quite. She was out for 2 minutes, which I didn't see. But played 32 minutes. Tiffany Zali in. The majestic hair. Fora, in and out, over, under, pivot foot, 4 seconds left. Zali underneath, mid-range, close to a foul, no good. Rebound goes to Fora, stayed with it, and almost puts it in. Another offensive rebound chance, no good. All right, back to Bulgaria. So Switzerland more or less hitting a wall here in the second half because the Bulgarian defense stepped up so much. I couldn't even tell you who's responsible for that because it looks like a group effort here, definitely, because everybody tried it and nobody really succeeded in the second half. So a clear improvement in that section for Bulgaria, as well as staying efficient from the field. Now the pressure defense might finally result in a turnover by Bulgaria. It does. Well defended by Switzerland. Those are the plays they will take away from this game as Nadia Constantin gets her first minute in the game. Had more playing opportunities against Russia. Now on for the first time. Replacing Alexia Roll. Went out too quick to get an ovation. Game is not over. 2.5 minutes left. Herminiar, quick spin around over to Fora. Bulgaria-like and foul against Šarenka-Pova. After the game, we'll have another quick look at the stats to see where the difference was in this game. Apart from the defense I just explained to you, or I just praised for you. She looks hurt. I don't know if she's crying. Šarenka-Pova not up, holding on to her left arm again, left shoulder again. Might be a pain she knows, I don't know. Now trying to get out of bounds. Injuries are bad anyway, but if they, every player knows that if they happen in the last 2 minutes where it didn't count, it hurts even more. So this might take the last air of out of this game, since Bulgaria will surely be worried about their colleague lying down there. Assistant coach is there for her to help. Constantin out to Herminiard, puts it up, no good, rebound. Oh! Great offensive rebound by Zali with those long arms. Grabbing onto it over the head of the defender without fouling. Body control was there. Mid-range. And another basket for Switzerland. So a good action by Tiffany Zali there. Grabbing the offensive rebound and also scoring the 2 points she enabled herself to get. Another score on the other end. So Bulgaria keeps pouring it on as Kocheva, Violina Kocheva, scores another one. And Giro gets another ovation from the crowd, also checking out now. So Constantin, Fora, Zali, Herminiard on the floor for Switzerland, as well as Gabriel McDowell. Missed shot there by Switzerland. And we go the other way, 1 minute left before we go to the stats and to a final verdict on this campaign, maybe. But a lot of learnings to take from, actually. Learnings most often resemble each other after such after basketball games or after a longer period of several basketball games. What it comes down to is always the discipline, is always the stamina, the composure, and the execution, of course. But with good composure, you can outweigh a lot of mistakes on offense. Let's see. Another offensive rebound by Zali, who keeps battling. Another block by Bulgaria. 30 seconds left. As we don't want to see a 5-second violation. There we go. Fora, take and roll with McDowell, goes underneath. Gets fouled. And we'll go to the line, I believe. Yes. Bulgaria is over the limit. Maybe Switzerland will still reach that 50-point mark. That would need Fora to make those 2 shots. Then a good defense, and then maybe another score. As Kocheva tried to sneak away on those 2 free throw attempts. But Herminiard saw her, got back in time. Almost a steal. Fora still very active. And Dimitrova not happy with either with the play or with what coach just told her. Almost a steal, but it becomes another foul. As Herminiard didn't have enough control there. If only the ball would have gotten to her, it would have been a steal. This way, it is another 2 free throw opportunity for Bulgaria. But another chance on offense to reach the 50-point plateau. Let's see if we get that last treat or not. Both free throws are good, and the last offense will start now for Switzerland. Constantin bringing it up, 13 seconds left. Herminiard open, not seen by Constantin. She'll go on her own. That won't work. And it's over. If we don't see another foul. We don't. Last shot. No good. Dimitrova. And Switzerland loses this game by 24 points in the end. After battling in the first half. Losing composure in the third quarter. And then never getting back. Letting Bulgaria get away with the win. With a clear win. With a convincing and a deserved win. After all the 40 minutes were played. A very efficient showing from Bulgaria on the offensive side. A very controlled effort on the defensive side. Very disciplined. Which resulted in Switzerland never really getting a chance with open shots again after the first 20 minutes. So they came out of the break and just simply put their stamp on the game. And after that, it was clear who would win this game. Or you sort of could have felt it somehow that that Bulgaria will win this game. The momentum shifted almost entirely to the Bulgarian side with a few spurts by Switzerland, but there were never consecutive scores or something that would really have given confidence to the Swiss team to come back. And if they scored, Bulgaria went right back at them and scored themselves. So, yeah, it was just Bulgaria was just a better team tonight, and a more balanced team maybe. Also with a few individual scorers that are very talented, as we've seen. Peteva never touched the rim, I believe, in the whole game, and still scoring 19 points. We saw Stevanova Dimitrova with 18 points, and we saw in the first half for Switzerland, we saw Alexia Roll, who now gets the Player of the Game award, also deservedly so. We could argue for Marielle Giroux with all her rebounds and her effort, but Alexia Roll was at her best when Switzerland was at their best. And this is normally when you get the MVP awards. So Roll and Giroux, the two leading figures here for Switzerland. And if I would have to choose a Player of the Game for Bulgaria, it would either be Stevanova Dimitrova or of course Peteva, but I would opt for Peteva since she had a great game today. As we check back with the stats one last time for you at home, so you know what made the difference today. We'll start out with the team comparison that I'll draw from the box score. If we go look at the three-point shooting, which was an issue in the first half for Switzerland, where they only hit 1 out of 8. They finished the second half on 3 of 7 shooting, so they improved on that, but it's still only a 26% shooting effort compared to 9 of 17 by Bulgaria, which is brilliant, which is a brilliant 52.9 percentage shooting from deep. From 2-point range, also 51% for Bulgaria, while they held Switzerland to only 31%. And this is all the second half, I would say, especially all those comparisons that shifted towards Bulgaria. With great defense, let's check with the rebounds. Defensive rebounds, 25 to 15. That is clear with such a clear win. But it wasn't that way in the first half. The offensive rebounds are, that it might be the dark spot in the victory of Bulgaria, or the bright spot for Switzerland, and representative of the hustle they put on here. 19 offensive rebounds for Switzerland. That is really a bright spot, really something they can take away from this game. That shows that if you really fight for every ball, you get the chances also against the favorite teams like Bulgaria was today. All you have to do is really fight for every ball and then stay composed on defense. That was the key that broke Switzerland's neck this time, but it was only for about 10-15 minutes. The first 20 minutes were evened out. They were good, they were composed, and they were what everybody wanted to see here. So we take away a good 20 minutes in this last game. Take the good 20 minutes against Russia, and you have a good game together in this last week. And yeah, of course there is work to do for Switzerland. Of course there are a few things you can still improve on, especially on a collective level. Speaking of that defensive composure, but after all, I've seen a fearless Switzerland team today, and that is what makes me happy going home today. I saw them coming out fearless against Bulgaria, really competing for 20 minutes, then breaking then losing it for about a few minutes. It was enough to lose the game, but they still put up a good show today and a good fight. Also in the second half, just not getting there anymore because Bulgaria stepped it up this far. All right. That would be it for our stream today. I am thanking everybody that took the time to be a viewer today. We were about 50 on the peak level, but we have a lot of games going on at the same time that are also decisive for the final round. I wish everybody in this competition a good final tournament, and if you're still in competition for the last place, I hope you will get it. Not everybody will, but it might be your country that will be represented at the Eurobasket Women Tournament 2017 in the Czech Republic. I'll be watching, and I'll have my fun with the games coming up. All right. Have a good night, everybody, and keep playing basketball.